Hi everyone, and welcome to your stretch class. So today is going to be a full body stretch. It's not really any kind of workout, so a little bit different to the other classes that we've done, but just as important. And I absolutely love to do a stretch. It's something that I like to implement maybe once a week. It will be about half an hour and we'll try to stretch out the entire body. And I will do quite an intermediate stretch, so if you find any of them too difficult, then please just do what you can and take any breaks that you need throughout the stretching. I am going to focus on each move for about a minute. I feel like that gets the most out of the stretch, and we're going to focus a lot on breathing. So when you stretch, the best way to improve flexibility is by using your breath bit by bit. So I will explain how to do that as we go through the class today. Great, so getting started at the back of the mat, we're just going to work through some shoulder rolls to begin with, or some arm circles. So we're going to go back and around, up and back and around, and we're going to do about 30 seconds going in each direction. So starting moving backwards to begin with. It's a great idea to pop on some music and just really relax here in your stretch. It's a beautiful thing to do maybe on a Sunday afternoon, just to get ready for that week ahead of more exercise. Good. All right, reversing the circle. Let's come forward now. Lovely. Keeping control of your core, or keeping your shoulders down and away from your ears as you do your shoulder rolls. Good. Okay, hands down by your side. Now we're just going to do some shoulder circles. So I want you to think about moving your shoulders forward almost to collapse your back, then bringing them up by your ears, then bringing them back to make your chest proud, and then bringing them down to pull down into your core. Okay, so front, up, back, down. Front, up, back, down. Good, just really warming up the shoulders. Back, down. Good, let's go a few more. Okay, now reverse the movement, going up to the front, down to the back, up to the front, down and to the back. Good. Try and hold your core as you do these shoulder moves, but you should be feeling nice, warm up there. A nice, beautiful stretching in to your shoulders. Lovely. Let's go one more. Front and down. Great. Okay. Now I'm going to do a few dislocations. Not actually going to dislocate anything, but that's what it's called. I'm going to use this band here. If you have anything in your house, like a stick or a broomstick or something, or a band, you're going to hold on to the band and be as wide as you need to be. I want you to flip your hands up and then back and all the way over. The wider that you go, the easier this will be. Take your time to go slow and just find that little sticky point at the top and take the movement with control and care. It shouldn't be painful. It might feel a little bit uncomfortable. That's the nature of stretching, but it feels amazing after. So it's quite an addictive thing to do. I absolutely love a stretch, and it's super, super important for us to stay supple and flexible. Good, keep going like this. Maybe moving those, inching those hands a little bit closer together if you're finding that it's getting easy. Good, let's go here for another 3, 2. Good, now last one. All the way back and all the way back to the front. Good, okay, dropping this down. I'm going to work through some caterpillars. So what you want to do is find your forward fold. You can come down through a curved back and just forward fold over your legs. And then we're going to walk our hands down to the floor. We're going to use our upper body strength to drop the chest and then push up into an upward dog to get that nice stretch out through the back. Good, and then dropping the chest back to the floor, tucking the back toes. We're going to push up through a downward dog and then come back and just keep your body forward folded over your legs. Enjoy this stretch and hamstring stretch. And then walking down back to the floor, using the core, using the arms, drop the chest and push up into upward dog. Breathe. And then coming down with the chest, tuck the back toes, push up through downward dog, and come back to find that hamstring stretch and forward fold. Oh, I love this one. And again, good, dropping down, pushing up, extend it up. Good, and coming down to the floor. Tuck the back toes, pike the hips up, walk it back, find that forward fold. Good, we're going to go one more. Coming all the way down. Drop the chest, pushing up, extending out, keep those shoulders away from your ears, and drop the chest back to the floor, tuck the back toes, and pike the hips up, back to downward dog. Good, let's just hold that forward fold one more time and relax. Okay, walking the hands down to the floor, we're going to drop the knees, and we're going to come into cat-cow. All right, lovely, dropping the belly, opening the chest. And reverse the movement, pushing away from the floor and just extending out your spine. Good, really taking your time in each movement. Remember, this is not a workout. We're just stretching today. What a lovely thing to do. Good, opening up, extending up. Good, and again. Try and really feel the stretch in each part of this movement. Good, let's go 2 more. Opening it up. And reverse. Good, now coming back to neutral. I want you to come down onto the floor into a flat position, having your hands down by your side. If you need to be on your elbows and push up from your elbows, that's fine. Otherwise, keep your hands by your chest, and we're going to push the chest up and away from the floor and just hold this upward dog here. We're going to hold here for about a minute. I want you to squeeze your glutes and try and really stretch out through that lower back. This can be quite a tight spot for most people. So just breathe into your stretch and keep holding here. Good, really relax. We go about halfway. Remember to keep those shoulders down and away from your ears, and try and increase your stretch by keeping that glute strong and pushing those hips into the floor and really allowing that back to just stretch out. Good, let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, coming down to the floor. Okay, lovely. Now we're going to go into a basket hold. So I want you to tuck your toes in towards your bum, and you're going to grab behind your feet, and then you're going to extend up and squeeze up, holding this position here, and just squeezing all the muscles and letting your shoulders get that beautiful stretch, letting your quads get that beautiful stretch. And we're just going to keep holding here. Good, keep breathing. This one is really hard. Good. Let's hold here for another 20 seconds. Squeeze. 13, 11, 10, 9, come on, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, relax. Whew, that one was tough. Okay, now we're going to come into a bridge. If you can't do the bridge, then please just do a glute bridge, or you can also use a platform to help you to do this one as well, if you want to put your feet up onto something to try and extend through your back. Otherwise, Coming onto your back and having your feet sort of hip distance apart and tucking your hands behind you. We're going to push up into a bridge and hold here. Okay, so this one gets more stretching through the back, more stretching through the shoulders. And we're just going to hold here for 30 seconds. That's already 20 seconds gone. Maybe taking a bit of time to move into the position. And just breathe. Here for another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, coming down to the floor and relax. All right, we're just gonna tuck our knees in towards our chest and reverse that stretch here for a second, taking a little rock and roll side to side. I want you to place your hands on the floor like a cactus, and you're gonna drop your knees over to one side and just allow your spine to take a twist. And just holding here for a second. Good, really relaxing here. This is a relaxing movement and a relaxing flow. We really want to allow our body to relax and rest and increase flexibility bit by bit. Using the core, let's move those legs over to the other side and drop. Allow them to rest and stretch. We might feel a few clicks and cracks. I know I always do. Good, just breathe. Leaving a few more seconds here just to relax. Good, one more deep breath in. And breathing out. Okay, coming back through the center. Let's just hug those knees in towards your chest and just take a few rocks and rolls around, rolling out that lower back in one direction, just moving in one direction. Okay, and we're going to reverse the direction in 3, 2, 1. Okay, reverse the direction of your hips, rolling around, finding a little circle with those hips and just massaging out that lower back and stretching out. 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. We're going to come up to seated, so you can grab behind your knees and just rock up. Ooh. Take as many times as you need to get up. Okay, we're going to move on to a hip opener. So you can be on your elbows like this. We're going to extend one leg out long and have the other one bent, and keep your lower back nice and supported. If you want, you can hold it with your hands. Now I want you to kick your leg up towards your chest and open it out to the side and roll it all the way down. Okay, so it's a nice opening of the hip, extend and roll it down. Lovely. Good, squeezing up and roll it down. Nice and controlled, up and out and around. Good, keep working like this. Really enjoying the expansion through the hips and controlling it, controlling the movement with your body. Good. Let's keep going. We'll go 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good, all the way down. All right, other side, extending that other leg out. Bringing it up, out, and down. Good. Up, out, and around. Good. Squeeze and control the movement, but just really thinking about the flexibility and strength and mobility here. really like this one. Feels nice and controlled. You can feel the pelvis having to do a lot of work to help stay still, but the key is to be able to be strong in those stretched positions. So it really helps flexibility as well. Good, let's go 2 more. Now last one. Up, out, and down. Okay, great. Okay, now we're going to come into a low side lunge. So I want you to come and stand in your mat. We're going to do a little bit more strength and mobility before we move into the real stretching. You want to have your legs nice and wide, almost as wide as your mat. You're going to hinge back and down and dip onto one side and allow that other side to release. And you feel a nice stretch through that inner thigh here. Okay, if you need to put your hands on the floor to move over, then you can. Otherwise, keeping your hands up, you're going to use that strength to push over to the other side. Try not to allow your ankle to roll in. Okay, and then if you do have your hands on the floor, it might look something like this to support yourself. But the reason I like to do the hands up is to use that real strength here to push over and to the side. Up and over and stretch. Taking your time on each side here to really feel that stretch and improving the flexibility through the hips, but also improving the strength in those real full range movements. Good. Flexibility training is honestly one of the most important things, and we really neglect it. I know I do. Need to do it more, at least once a week. Good. Let's go 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, final one, all the way, and relax. Okay, great. All right, we're going to take a forward fold over the legs, so staying where you are. Now we're going to start moving into that real flexibility, okay? I want you to extend up through your arms, try and be as long as you can, and we're just going to fold over the legs. So extending as long as you can over your legs, trying to really move from your hips, so try not to collapse over from your back. Try and push from your hips down, and that's really where you're going to feel the flexibility. If you want to flex through your feet, you can. Otherwise, you can bend. You can point them. The flexion does give that improved range as well, like more range. So if you have a flexed foot, you might find that it's a bit more difficult to get all the way down. Now we're going to get into that breath work. Okay, so staying from wherever you are, wherever you get to a point of discomfort that feels a little bit tight, you're going to hold it there for a few seconds, and then you're going to take a nice deep breath in, and then on your exhale you can push a little bit further down to increase that range of motion. And you can find that furthest point of your stretch for today, holding as low as you can. Let's hold it for another 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Coming up and back up to straight. All right, we're going to come into a lunge. So first lunge of the class, we're going to put your right foot forward, and you're going to hinge your hips down into your lunge. Okay, so I want you to think about having your knee behind your toe. So your knee should never be over your toe. You want to have your toe as the furthest point away so that you get that real stretch through the hip here. Okay, and then keeping your hands on the floor for a little bit of support, we're just going to hold this low lunge here for about another 40 seconds or so. Like I said, it's a really good idea to put on some music and just relax, because we're going to get into the real stretching now and the real flexibility improvements. But it's so relaxing once you get past the pain. it really feels so good, and it's so addictive to keep stretching often. Let's go about 15 seconds more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, push those hips back. Slowly coming out of your stretches, taking care as you move through the stretches. Let's move to the other side. Good, left side now. Remembering to keep that toe as far forward as it will go and keep your weight in your heel, and then pushing down into those hips as low as they'll go to the floor. Using the breath to push a little bit further into your stretch. And relax. Good. Try and make sure that your hips stay square and that you're not twisting out through your hips towards the open side. Try to keep your chest nice and straight over that leg. That's how you're going to get the most out of your stretch. Good. Let's go about 15 seconds more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, pushing back, coming back with control. We're going to go back to the right side, back to the lunge. So this is the same, except this time we're going to lift that back leg. Okay, keeping the weight in your hands, the same. Keeping the weight in your foot. We're going to lift the back knee so that we're in a nice, strong lunge here. And you're going to feel that extra bit of stretch through the hip flexors. Try to keep relaxed into your thighs. Try not to tense up through your thighs. You really want to relax down and allow gravity to do its thing. Good, like I said, keeping nice and square. Try not to twist. Try to keep a nice, straight, strong body. Just keep holding. The longer that you hold, the better. Inhale and deepen that stretch every time you exhale, just a little inch lower. Good, we're going to hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, drop the back knee, push the hips back. Let's find that other side, going with control out of your stretch. Try not to rush out of the stretch. Your body needs a bit of time to go back to the non-stretched position. Okay, left side, let's tuck the back toes, squeeze up and hold. You might notice that one side is a little bit tighter than the other. It's completely normal. I remember that from my dancing days for a second. This is my good leg. Mine is the right, that is more flexible. But everybody in the world has it, so just remember that. Just take a little bit of extra care on the side that's more stiff and take more time to get into that position. Use the breath and keep nice and straight and nice and strong. Good. Keep holding here for another 15. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Drop the back knee. All right, now we're going to go into a quad stretch, but we do have to come back to the lunge because it's the easiest way to get into it. So we're going to find the lunge. Now I want you to place your right hand on the inside of your right foot. And then this one is quite hard, okay? So I want you to just take your time with it. You're going to try and grab that back foot with your left hand and hold there, okay? So you can allow your hips to slightly open up to the side. And you want to hinge down into that hip and really pull that foot in towards your bum to stretch out that quad. This one is hard. So take your time. If you have to take a break, and come back to it, but my advice is to try and hold the stretch as long as you can bear it, and just use your breath to really relax the muscles. And that will help you to feel less sore in your stretch. Good. Keep breathing. Let's go 15 seconds more here. Ten seconds more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, drop that back leg and push back again, slowly with control, going out of your stretch. Whew, that was tough. Let's go to the other leg. Hinging down into that left side, placing that left hand on the inside of your left foot. Take your time to get into it. Grabbing that back foot with your right hand and finding a stretch. Good, this is a very hard stretch, so just take your time. Try to keep your body as square as possible. Good, my apologies for the church bells in the background. It's a beautiful morning here in Spain to be stretching. Good, just really breathe. Remember to use that breath to find that flexibility. And relax into your stretch. Like I said, you might notice one side's a bit tighter than the other. This is definitely my tight side. Good, let's go 10 seconds more. Pull as much as you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, relax and moving back. Great. Okay, we're going to do a hamstring stretch now. So I want you to find that lunge one more time. Last bit of the lunges here. And then this time, keeping that front leg straight, you're going to push your hips back and then keep your chest over your leg and extend through that front leg so you get a nice hamstring stretch all the way from your bum towards your toe, keeping that front foot flexed. Remember, trying to keep a nice straight body. Try not to hinge too much into one side. That's how you're going to get the most out of your stretch. Keeping that chest towards your leg and using the breath to move down a little bit more each time. Good. Just really relax it here. You might feel that you're quite tight here. It's normal. I find I'm quite tight here a lot of the time. Deep breath in and relax down. Good, let's go one final deep breath. And the furthest that you can go for today. Good, and then coming back up. All right, so we're going to switch over to the other side. Last lunge for today's class. Good, hinge the hips back, keep that front leg straight. And find your chest on your leg. Hamstring stretch. Getting a beautiful stretch out here through the whole body. I'm definitely feeling supple. I'm feeling relaxed. We're nearly at the end. Just a few more stretches to go after this. Good. Keep breathing. Take that deep breath in. And out. Push down as much as you can. Finding that beautiful extension through your leg. Like I said, you might find one side is a bit tighter than the other. Let's go again. Good. Now final deep breath. And push down as much as you can. today's class. Good, and then coming back. Now we're going to find ourselves on our mat in a butterfly stretch. Okay, so the butterfly stretch, you're going to have your feet facing each other, palms of your feet touching, and trying to bring your feet as close as you can in towards your body. And try and push your legs down with your elbows. And just staying here for the full minute, keeping a little bit of tension on those legs to try and open up those hips using this butterfly stretch. You can release your back here and release your hips so that you have a little bit of a curve through the lower back. That's totally fine. We're focusing on opening up the hips and pushing down as much as you can. If you want, you can add weights onto your knees. Some people like to do that. I think that that's quite a nice idea because I find that this is a lot of upper body work otherwise. To keep the hips down, but everybody's different. Some people really naturally have this turnout without having to try. I do not. Good, let's keep breathing here for another 20 seconds. Fifteen. Good. 10, 9, keep pushing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Now, from here, we're going to open up our legs wide into a straddle. Okay, it doesn't have to go super wide. We're just going to hold this position, maybe taking a moment to find ourselves here. So, what I want you to do is twist your body over to the left side or the right side, wherever you prefer, and then trying to match your bra line to your knee. Okay, so the middle of your bra is trying to come down towards your knee, taking that side bend and also trying to keep this hip down into the floor and try not to let it rise up too much. Okay, so finding that good position, taking a nice inhale. And then exhale and push down into your stretch and try and walk your hands as far along your leg as you can, feeling that beautiful stretch through the side of the body and through the hip as well. Good. Try and relax your neck. Your neck likes to get stiff and stick up like this, but try and keep it nice and relaxed. Really moving from the hips. Try not to collapse into that back. And just using your breath. Okay, we're going to hold here for another 10, 9, push as low as you can, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Walking it up. Now coming over to the other side. Remember to take your time. Take that twist of the body over your leg. Thinking middle of the bra to your knee. Take your time to get down into that position. Keeping that hip down on the floor. Allowing for that beautiful stretch through the side of the body. This side is a bit tighter for me. Good, but just taking your time and slowly walking your body over that leg. Keeping a nice straight back, relaxing the head, and just enjoying that stretch. Keep holding here, keep breathing. Good, we're going to hold here for another 10, 9, push as low as you can for today. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, coming up nice and slow and controlled. Taking your time to get back into the middle. Okay, now we're going to go straight down the middle. I want you to walk your hands slowly down and try and keep your back nice and flat. I want you to think about your hips almost taking a little tip so that you can come forward onto this front part of your hip rather than collapsing over like this. You're going to walk down with a flat back. You can come to wherever feels good for you. And then find a position of discomfort and just hold it. And then when you're ready, taking a deep breath in and breathe out, pushing down a little bit more. Allow your body to relax into the stretch. It's going to help you increase that range of motion. Week by week, as you do these moves, you slowly increase your flexibility using your breath. Good. Keep breathing. We're going to hold here for another 15 seconds. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7. Push to the lowest point you can for today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, walking it back up. Slowly coming back up and just taking control. Okay, so from where we are, we're going to do a little bit more stretching here into the hip. So I want you to tuck one leg behind you like this so that you can face the straight leg. Okay, and just take a moment here to find this position. It might take you a little bit of time to get into it. Now, with your hips facing down towards the way that we were just working, so we're going to have a movement going straight forward rather than over the front leg this time, but we're going to work towards split by doing this move. This is quite a hard stretch, okay? So if you can't move very far, don't feel bad. It's totally normal. Just do what you can and try and really increase the range of motion from your hip rather than collapsing into your stretch. Really push back from your hip and feel that stretch through this leg here, okay? You're going to walk your hands down as low as you can and just take your time in your stretch and really feel that range of motion increasing in that straight leg. Good, really breathing. Good, use the breath. Let's find that point of discomfort and push a little bit more. Just a little bit more. We're here to challenge our bodies. We can be very relaxed with stretching, but that doesn't mean that it's not challenging. It's probably one of the most challenging things you can do is increase flexibility. Good, keep pushing. Let's go here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, walk it up slowly, slowly, coming out of your stretch. Good. And then let's extend that other leg back. And we're going to go on to the other side. So tucking the right leg back this time. Well, I mean, that's the leg I did, whichever leg you're on. The other side. Good. Finding that nice position. Finding your hips center. We're going to go straight down the middle. Start to walk your hands down slowly, slowly, but controlled. This is definitely my tighter side. And you might find one of your side is tighter as well. It's totally fine. Just do what you can and take it at your own pace. And the more consistent that you are with your stretching, you will notice the improvements bit by bit. This one feels very bad for me. It's almost unbearable on this side. But that just means that I need it more. So let's keep going, taking a deep breath in. pushing down a little bit more. Good, really use the breath. And try and relax. Good, we're going to hold here for 10 seconds more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, push, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, coming up slowly and controlled. Oh, all right. Good work, guys. We've got definitely stretched out hips now. We're going to do the final stretch, which is a frog stretch. So what I want you to do is come into your mat, and we're going to have basically a middle split, but with bent knees, okay? So you're going to push your knees out and down along your mat, but you want to try and keep your hips directly in line with your knees, not coming front or back just yet, just pushing down into your double attitude. And then you're going to come onto your elbows if you can, and just keep pushing down with those knees as much as you can down towards the floor. You might find that you get a little bit stuck at one point. Just try and relax. Or if you want somebody to help you increase your range of motion, if you've got someone nearby, maybe they can help you, give you a little push on your hips. And then if that feels comfortable, you can come all the way down and place your head on the floor. And just relax here. This is definitely the hardest move. We're going to do one final stretch after, and then that will be it. So let's just keep working and keep relaxing into the muscles. It's not really work, but it definitely takes a lot of mental strength to get all the way to the end of a stretch. Good, breathing in and out. Going to hold for 10 seconds more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, coming up onto your elbows, staying where you are. We're just going to do some movements in this position. So I don't know if you guys can see me very well. I hope that you can. But you're going to hinge forward over just to move your hips slightly forward. And then you're going to push them slightly back beyond the straight position. So you'll feel that stretch through the back of the legs and the hips. And then coming forward, nice and controlled. And then pushing back and find that extension in the hips. This is definitely not the easiest exercise, but you guys can do it. This is the last thing that we're going to do. So let's just push to the end. Coming forward and back. Keep going forward and back. Good, we're going to go about 4 more times. 1, 2, 3. Good, really take your time in each point. Good, now last one. Okay, back to the middle. All right, I want you to come out really slowly out of this position. So slowly just straightening your legs out and inching them back together, one at a time, taking your time to come out of your stretch. And that is all of the stretches that I'm going to give you for today. So thank you for joining me. If you made it all the way to the end of that, that was very good. And you should be feeling nice and flexible and nice and supple. It's definitely a good thing to do, like I said, once a week around your training, especially if you're doing lots of strength training like Pilates and weights. I would highly recommend doing that stretch once a week to really loosen up the hips, loosen up the back, and loosen up the whole body. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.